When Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans, and I've seen its muddy bosom turn all golden in the sunset. I've known rivers, ancient, dusky rivers. My soul has grown deep, like the rivers. Will you please rise in body or spirit for our opening hymn, number 100, Peace Like a River.
I'm Reverend Kimberly Tomchek Carlson, and it is my honor to serve as your Minister of Religious Education. UU congregations around the country have been practicing this merging of waters ritual since it was created by two UU women in 1980. Water nourishes life, carries emotion, and in our ritual, we use it to symbolize bringing our lives and offerings together in community. You may have brought some water from home with you today for the ritual, but if not, we have carafes of water up here. As you pour the water into the bowl, you're welcome to speak a word of offering out loud. When we begin, please use both sides of the aisle to come forward and make space then for people to return to their seats.
My dear ones, those longing for belonging, those reaching for connection, may we come home to one another and to ourselves and to our sense of being a people. May we find belonging in our bodies, with one another, and in the world. A couple of questions for you as you pour your water into community for your word or for what you hold in your hearts. What is it that you're bringing in today? What is your tender heart carrying, and what are you offering to others? And what is it that you're hoping to go home with? What is the community connection that you're hoping to carry out? Dear ones, come. Let us bring our living water to the well. Let our individual lives merge into the story of being a people. Come. I invite you to join me in a time of contemplation, which will be followed by silence, followed by the seated singing of hymn 123, Spirit of Life. So just find yourself in your body. Use whatever tools you need to do that. Maybe it's your breath. Maybe it's your sit bones or your spine. Maybe it's your skin. Come into being here and now. Spirit of life and love. Holy One of our being and our becoming, that which is sacred within, among, and beyond us. Hold us and all the feelings that we have brought into our community today. May everyone here be nourished by living water today and every day. May we learn from water's wisdom and beauty and flow, remembering the power of softness, how water flows easily around rocks and gives life to land and people. May we use the wisdom of water to protect it, to protect people, to protect life. May it be so.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to the First Unitarian Society of Milwaukee. I am Nick DeVia. I am blessed to serve as your worship associate. We are a faith community of many identities. We welcome persons of all genders, sexuality, ages, races, ethnicities, identities, and bodies. We welcome your mind, your heart, your spirit. We welcome all that you are carrying with you today and all your heart longs to set down. We welcome the people watching online. Hello, people online. As we live stream this service. We enthusiastically welcome guests joining us today. If you are visiting for the first time, we invite you to fill out a welcome card right in front of you in the pew racks. You can drop it in the offering plates that will come by in a few minutes. Please join us in the coffee hour in the Lean House Common Room across the hall afterwards. Some accessibility notes. You can find hearing assist devices in the back, as well as large print hymnals and orders of service. As well as worship activity bags for children and anyone who might want to use them. There's a fragrance-free area in the front for those wishing to use. If you're watching online, you can enable YouTube's closed captioning on your viewing device. Please let us know if that's not working. Interested in First Unitarian Universalism? Come to the Journeys to Membership class held in person at church October 12th, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And Tuesday, October 15th, 6:30 to 8:30. Led by our ministers and staff, we explore Unitarian Universalist beliefs, histories, values, social justice framework, and the meaning of membership and how making connections here. You can register by October 6th on our website or at the membership or at the member services table at the social hour after the service. Religious education is a collective community effort by each of us contributing what time we can care for our children. We create a loving space for them to thrive and belong at church. We need your help, whatever it takes, whether it's one Sunday or multiple Sundays. Together we can make RE happen. Check your church communication or sign up at the RE table. Next Sunday, September 22nd, join us in an election-related forum with Law Forward. After the second service, there will be a volunteer fair for signing up for pro-democracy efforts through our church. I welcome you to share in our first church worship and invite you to join me in our unison affirmation of our mission, which is printed in your order of service. We gather to nurture the spirit, engage the mind, and inspire action. Every week we have an opportunity to practice our values through sharing our resources. Our pledges are at the core of our spiritual practice of generosity. In addition, the church shares half of its non-pledged cash to an organization in the community. Today we share that plate with the Wisconsin Black Historical Society. To contribute, put cash or a check made out to the Wisconsin Black Historical Society in the offering plate, and we will forward it on for you. May the practice of giving bring us joy. The offering will now greatly be received. As we gather to sing our children's recessional hymn, I invite children and youth and RE volunteers to sing the first verse of the hymn and then follow Reverend Kimberly to the Lean House Common Room, then downstairs for religious education. If your child needs to check in for RE, please accompany them to the common room now. Please join us in a seated singing of hymn 346, Come Sing a Song With Me. Growing up, I was raised Catholic, but questioned it often, and by the end of high school and into college, I knew I wasn't anymore. And I began exploring other religions and philosophies. In around 2005, 2006, a friend of mine who had started practicing Tai Chi invited me to a workshop at the Tai Chi Center in River West. I'd been looking for a practice that would blend both a physical movement and a meditative mind component, which I'd found in the Tai Chi. After the workshop, I began studying Tai Chi, at first about once a week and eventually daily. I would build onto the forms that I was learning as I advanced in the training. My additional studies eventually led into other Tai Chi adjacent practices and skills. One of those eventually involved exploring Taoist principles that are truly at the center of the Tai Chi practice. I focused on calm, gentle flow versus hard energies to accomplish and solve problems. As the Tao Te Ching says, water is the softest substance, yet can penetrate mountains and earth. This shows clearly the principle of softness overcoming hardness, Lao Tzu. In the winter of 2010, that understanding would be put to the test. I was leaving my place in West Dallas, planning on running an errand or two before heading to a Tai Chi class. A path that I had taken dozens of times. As I was heading north on the Marquette interchange, where 94 becomes 43, I hit a patch of black ice, and my car skidded. And there was nothing I could do to stop it. In a flash that seemed like a moment, but lasted longer, I had a feeling this will end in an accident regardless of what I do. What I can do is choose to resist it and tense up, or I can live what I have been practicing and flow. I chose to flow. The car hit both sides of the interchange, ended up being totaled. Luckily, no other vehicles were involved in the accident, and I was taken by ambulance to the hospital, treated for minor whiplash and minimal bruising, but other than that, I was fine. I feel that tensing up in that accident likely would have resulted in my hard force being applied to the opposing hard force, and more likely than not, my muscles and bones would have taken the brunt of that accident. I would have received a much from the collision. After a week or so of taking it easy, I slowly got back into the Tai Chi practice and continued practicing for a few more years. But that idea of calm, relaxed, flow-like water state has stuck with me throughout my years. And often when problems would arise, I would use that principle to try to overcome particularly struggling situations. And that process, I would return to that more flow-like state. Now, I can't pretend that I've never gotten frazzled since then, or I've never tried to force something that I should have relaxed into. But what I can say is when I do get closer to that flow-like state, more often than not, and I flow with the current, the situation often resolves itself much more easily. And the solution ends up being a more fulfilling experience. Eventually, life and other things took more of my time, and I stopped practicing Tai Chi as much. But over the years, when those challenging situations came up, and I did return to those practices, I did feel calmer, and I felt more at ease. Recently, after about a 10-year hiatus, I've picked up the Tai Chi practice again, right back at the River West Tai Chi Center where it all began. And I have been practicing more daily than I have in years, and have continued to incorporate the teachings of the Tao, focusing on the flow of life to guide my course. Thank you.
Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? 'Cause the sound of the river as it moves across the stone is the same sound as the blood in your body as it moves across your bones. 'Cause the sound of the river as it moves across the stone is the same sound as the blood in your body as it moves across your bones. Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Are you listening? Put your feet on the ground. Are you listening? Are you listening? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Are you listening?
Sound of the river as it moves across the stone is the same sound as the blood in your body as it moves across your bones.
Are you listening?
I had a friend, we'll call her Shirley, who believed it was absolutely essential to plan a party down to every last detail. Now, Shirley was a great party planner, and if you went to one of her soirees, you would enjoy wine and cheese pairings. You would be ensconced in a subtle color palette and delighted by a playful theme. It was very demure, very mindful. But me, I'm more of a brat summer, stone soup, potluck kind of a girl when it comes to party planning. I believe in the power of the potluck. And I have a deep and abiding faith that it will all work out. I believe that the wisdom of the collective will just move through the people and will come up in our perfect potluck hot dish to Jello salad ratio. And now I know this is not everyone's approach. surely was appalled by my party planning process, where first of all, I go the potluck route rather than the planned menu route, and second of all, I assign nothing to no one. Because Shirley said, what if all we have then is Jello salad? So who here among us likes to plan a potluck by assigning dishes so we don't face down the barrel of the Jello salad? Okay, great. And who here likes to stone soup it, throwing caution to the wind, letting what come may? Okay, who here has never planned a potluck? Ah, yes. Welcome, come in. We have a role for you. There are many ways to do invitations. In Priya Parker's book, Gathering, she argues that every gathering should be planned carefully, with intention, beginning with the purpose of the gathering. Why are you gathering at all? What is the point of bringing people together? Why should they give you their precious time and energy? Parker persuasively argues that every single other aspect of the planning should shake out from that original purpose. Then there's the Jello salad, running river approach to planning. Just let it flow. When moving water meets an obstacle, whether it be a rock or a tree or a hill, it just goes around it, finding its own way down to the lake or the ocean. This approach is more hands-off, trusting the land and the water and their relationship. Both of these approaches have their place, as do many, many more. Sometimes you actually do need a controlled flow of water. We intentionally route water through pipes into our homes where we don't want the water to just find its own way. But in the river, the water is wiser, choosing its own route. There is an entire field of work that is trying to relearn the natural wisdom of rivers in order to restore them to their original life-giving health prior to human intervention. One of our own members, Pete Hill, has written an entire book about these river keepers and their water wisdom, trying to follow what nature does best. In 2016, the Water is Life movement was born in the Standing Rock Sioux tribe's resistance to the Dakota Access oil pipeline. The struggle to protect the Missouri River by shutting that pipeline down is ongoing, as well as the work to honor life-giving and life-sustaining water everywhere that it flows. Here in Wisconsin, the Bad River Tribe is fighting an Enbridge pipeline to protect the water of Lake Superior, and there is so much work going on to protect the water in our beloved Lake Michigan. You can learn more about some of that water protection work next month at Indigenous Peoples Sunday on October 13th, when we're going to show the film Bad River, followed by a panel discussion with 3 Indigenous Wisconsin water protectors. Water is life. Water is sacred. It's part of us. We need it to live. More than half of our body is water. Sometimes, unfortunately, human beings try to use the power of water for profit or for domination. In Gaza right now, the Israeli military is using water as a weapon, which runs counter to the sacred nature of water and our human relationship with it and with one another. Here in the United States, there are people who try to profit from water or treat it as property It is our work as a spiritual community to remember that water is sacred. It's holy. It's part of our living world and part of our own bodies. It's not something to be used for profit or to control or dominate other human beings. When we gather here and we pour our communal cup in worship, we remember the sacred nature of water and we try to follow its wisdom. Water gives life, and we are responsible for protecting it as we protect life. In this life, in this world, there are all kinds of people, and we all belong. Even if you're a potluck planner, even if you're throw it to the wind Jello salad celebrator, everyone has a role in the flow of human belonging. We can learn from the sacred power of water's softness, the way that it penetrates the mountain and winds around the road and wears down the rock, and know that if we treat all human beings, all living beings, water and the earth itself as sacred, if we approach life and life-giving with respect and love and care, then in the end, it will all be okay. Even if the car is totaled, the people will be spared. Even if the pipeline is approved, the people will be organized and resisting. And dear ones, even if all we have at the potluck is Jello salad, we still get to gather in with one another and be held in community and laugh for years down the road at our beautiful and holy Jello salad buffet. When we invite one another with intention, may we remember to follow the wisdom of water and let go a little. Enjoy the party. May we remember the wisdom of water and surrender and flow. May it be so. Dear ones, when we stand in that river of life, we can feel the wisdom of water running over our legs, the softness of water running over the rocks, changing the land. May we learn from this wisdom the power of softness and go with the flow of this life. Will you please rise in body or spirit for our recessional hymn number 126, Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing.